It was the summer of 2019 when Andrew, an avid hiker, decided to explore the dense forests of northern Maine. He had hiked the area before, but this time he was alone, and his plan was to camp overnight deep in the woods. As evening fell, he set up camp near a small creek, cooked a simple meal, and enjoyed the peaceful sounds of nature. Around midnight, he was awakened by a faint rustling noise. He assumed it was a raccoon or a deer and ignored it, but then he heard something strange, whispering. It was distant at first, like a breeze carrying words that were just out of reach. He sat up, scanning the darkness, his flashlight cutting through the thick trees. That's when he saw him. A tall, thin man standing between the trees, just barely visible in the beam of light. The man didn't move. He didn't speak. He just stood there. Andrew called out, asking if he needed help, but there was no response. Then the man took a step backward and vanished into the shadows. A deep sense of dread settled over Andrew. He wasn't alone. Someone, or something, was watching him. He quickly packed his gear and decided to leave immediately. As he hurried through the dark forest, he kept hearing faint footsteps behind him. Whenever he turned around, nothing was there. The whispering returned, closer this time. Panic surged through him as he broke into a sprint, crashing through the underbrush. It wasn't until he reached his car that he dared to look back. There, at the tree line, the man stood once more. His face was obscured by darkness, but his stance was unmistakable. He was watching. Andrew never returned to that forest, and to this day he wonders, was it just a man, or was it something much, much worse?